All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And shalom, aka shalom to Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, aka Yashrala, aka the Israelite, aka they're Israelites too. Just want to add that in for those who don't know what that means. Yeah, and shalom to real sisters out there. All right, so I titled this live the Religious Extremism and Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act, and Amos 8:11 and Revelation 12 and 17, because those are the times that we're coming in. This devil is moving ever since Joe Blow got up in there. This devil's been moving. Yeah, when I said Joe Blow, the shit flow, the fucking screen froze. Not ignorant of Satan's devices. These devils are mad. They were getting ready to shut this thing down. They've been building that case against us. They've been building that case against us for a while now, and they're ready to act on it. These devils are ready to bring it. And yeah, so I wanna bring out Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahushai Hamashiach, which are the true names of what you people know, of what the world ignorantly knows as God, which is just a title, and even Most High is a title, even though it's a more fitting title, and JC, which is not even close to the name of the Messiah, since he was a Hebrew Israelite. I just said the initials, I know him as Jesus Christ. I can't even say it because I feel like, because it's such an abomination, man. It means earth pig, but you calling Yahushai that. It literally goes back to earth pig, but you want to call Yahushai that. That's good. When Yahushai means he saves in Hebrew, in ancient Hebrew. Yeah, so anyways, they want to go after the true worshipers of Yahweh and his son Yahushai, of Yahweh through his son Yahushai. And they want to do it, Yahweh and his son Yahushai, and also Yahweh through his son Yahushai, in the name of Yahushai, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they want to go after the remnant of her seed, and this is all about. They can talk about, it's about preventing so-called white or Edomite supremacy, right? They can say that, but really that's just a ploy. Really ain't about stopping so-called white supremacy, Edomite supremacy, or right-wing extremists, none of that. Really ain't about that. Because really they're going after Jake. Really that's a ploy. That's a ploy right there to go after the men of the Lord, and we know this is what they do. Because they have a history of doing this shit. Because with 9/11, and after 9/11 they passed the Patriot Act, and who did they fucking blame, and who they said they need to stop? Those Ishmaelites, so-called Arabs. They said they had to stop them. Radical Islam, right? And then it turned from that. Now you barely hear about radical Islam. Notice that. Now it turned to this. it turned to now they're bringing up some of the Edomite supremacists, but as well as they've been bringing up the Hebrew Israelites, because this is what Esau does. He uses a pretext like that, like, oh, it's because of these people, that's why we have to pass this law, we got to stop these people. But really, who are they aiming it at? Really, it's all about the men of the Lord. It's all about the men of the Lord. Because really, like the elder had brought out, I think it was the elder Malcolm, well, not the elder Malcolm, the elder Yashawamba. I believe it was the elder Yashawamba. He had brought out that I think it was him, pretty sure. But he had brought out that basically Esau paints out, Esau paints people with the broad stroke, paints situation with the broad stroke. Basically, like the analogy that that he used, what Esau do, it's like, okay, it's like, the analogy that the elder used to describe how Esau moves is basically, okay, basically, oh, we have a roach infestation in a certain room, so we gotta shut down the whole house. Or basically, another way to put it is that you have is that another way. Basically, Esau's very okay. Basically, Esau's very vague. He's very vague, when it comes to his justifications for pushing certain laws, certain unrighteous decrees. He's very vague, you know. We have to stop religious extremists, Anyone under the definition of a religious extremist, anyone can be one, especially the men of the Lord, including the men of the Lord, which is who he's really coming after. Pro-life, who's really pro-life? These Edomite pro-lifers out here, and these so-called Christian pro-lifers out here, they be claiming to be pro-life, but it's really to protect their nation from being depopulated, and because they believe that they're so-called Christians. Okay, and one of the commandments in the Bible, which, because it's so Christianity, it's loosely based off the Bible, but it also has a paganism in it. It goes off, but it has to have some semblance of being biblically based. So everybody knows that it's commanded, do not murder, right? So yeah. If you calling yourself a Christian, which these so-called Christians, they call themselves Christians, you gotta be against that. But really they're not, though, because really it's to protect. It's also really, when it comes to our lives, when it comes to Israelite lives, they don't really care that much. They don't really care because, no, they don't care. They're Edomites. They just act like they care. But yeah. Who's really pro-life? It's the men of the Lord. Because hey, this is the bread of life right here, We trying to wake our people up from this dead state of mind. The congregation of the dead, right? We trying to wake up these dead bones. We trying to warn our people. We'll wake them up and warn our people to repent, warn our people of the danger that's coming and how to escape it, and tell them how to escape it. So who's actually pro-life? It's us. Another word they like to use is another people that was on that, basically they're saying that it targets, matter of fact, let me get an article on it. It'll explain it better. gonna get an article on that. Domestic terrorism bill, right? Is and yeah, domestic terrorism bill. Yep. Yep, the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2019. Okay. No, this one of 2021. This one right here. These fucking devils are trying to push this shit. I think it's called, yeah, Domestic Terrorism and Religious Extremism Prevention Act. Because, hey, didn't they have a. And they already call us domestic terrorists, man. Project Megiddo, man. Project Megiddo. And Esau been calling us terrorists. He been calling us black identity extremists since 2018. Shit. Even NBC News, they're fucking. Even NBC News is saying that the domestic terror law is a predictably misguided response. Let me get into this article. It's even NBC News that's saying something. After Capitol riot, Biden backs domestic terror law. It's a predictably misguided response. Even if aimed at so-called white Edomite supremacists, new legal powers will inevitably be used in the same way existing ones are against so-called black and brown people. So against the Israelites of the southern and northern kingdoms, respectively. Specifically the men of Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, they're telling you. As Muslims whose communities have been some Ishmaelite dude that's basically he wrote this article. Yeah. The director of the National Security, the ACLU's National Security Project, and Manar Wahid, ACLU Senior Legislative and Advocacy Council, two Ishmaelites. As Muslims whose communities have been stereotyped, surveilled, and vilified by the government, we understand the desire to call the so-called white Edomite supremacists who attacked the Capitol on January 6th domestic terrorists. For us, it comes from a deep desire to see the problem was not our communities, quote unquote, but by using the domestic terrorism, quote unquote, label to promote more criminal statutes and police authorities, our country's leaders are invoking systems that have been and will continue to be used to target and harm so-called black and brown people, Israelites. Hey, Kala Yahweh Shem Shai for this article because, hey, this is from the horse's mouth. This is straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah. Federal law enforcement already has the tools necessary to investigate and prosecute Edomite supremacist violence. Yep. Law enforcement agencies chose not to use them. And that's right. Already in response to the attack on the Capitol, President-elect Joe Biden and some members of Congress are joining calls for new domestic terrorism legislation now giving greater power to law enforcement. It's a predictably, hold on, yeah, dealing with an affliction. But yeah, it's a predictably misguided part of a decades-long pattern when so-called white Edomite supremacist violence escalates. Politicians often look to give law enforcement agencies more authority. Whether it was President Bill Clinton in response to the Oklahoma City bombing or Biden today, which both of these were false flags, by the way. Both of those, the OKC bombing was a false flag. It's been exposed, and and this as well. You know, this the Capitol riots being exposed for having agent provocateurs. And what do they do? They always give more power to Esau's law enforcement agencies where they enforce those unrighteous decrees, which, hey, they themselves have Edomite supremacists in them. Yeah, but this is the wrong takeaway, as giving law enforcement agencies more power and resources is not the solution to Edomite supremacy. What leaders virtually never acknowledge is that federal law enforcement already has the tools necessary to investigate and prosecute Edomite. Yeah. Edomite supremacist violence. Yep, they just chose not to use them. Edomite, well, law enforcement agency chose not to use them as they chose to let Edomite supremacists, which, yeah, storm the capitals of nation watch and horror, which they, I guess you could say they are, but because the government is, hey, the New World Order is all about Edomite supremacy, really. So I guess you could say they are, they agent provocateurs, so. But yeah, I guess you could say they are. They are Edomite supremacists. Federal agencies could use it was agent provocateurs that was leading these. It was a lot of agent provocateurs. Basically had them do that shit, but they basically had them do that shit so they could have a justification for to crack down on free speech and shit. Basically, bring about the famine of the word. But yeah, they are Edomite supremacists though, because yeah, that's what the New World Order is all about, anyways. But yeah. Federal agencies could use a plethora of hate crime statutes that Congress passed to. Hey, the Great Reset is actually about Edomite supremacy, but they don't want you to think that. They don't want you to know that, and yeah, they don't want you to think that it's about that. But just like MAGA was about Edomite supremacy, so is the Great Reset. But yeah. Federal agencies could use a plethora of hate crime statutes that Congress passed to protect communities of color. They're mainly talking about Jakes when they say that. And other marginalized groups, Jakes mainly, Jakes, because we always being marginalized, targeted by so-called white Edomite supremacist violence. Over 50 statutes related to domestic terrorism offenses and material support for it. These existing measures are flawed and overbroad, but if law enforcement agencies want to use them to address Edomite supremacist violence, they could. What they lack is the will. Hold on. The case of Caesar Sayoc, who mailed pipe bombs to prominent Democrats and was charged under federal terrorism-related law, is a rare example of the Justice Department's using the existing authority as its disposal to address Edomite supremacist violence. I remember like the MAGA bomber and shit. They blamed it on this dude, which this dude was a fucking Gadite. That's why they used it against him. This dude was a Gadite. He wasn't a so-called white man, or Edomite. But See, they're showing you right there because he was actually that dude was actually a Jake. So of course, but too often federal law enforcement agencies have instead used their powers to wrongly target and surveil so-called black civil rights activists. And then they, of course, they got throwing Muslim, Arab, Ishmaelite, right? Middle Eastern, well, Ishmaelite, Elamite, Ishmael and Elam, Middle Eastern and South Asian Elam communities, animal and animal and environmental rights activists and other groups have so-called unpopular or controversial beliefs. So basically, they're trying to target. They use it to target the opposition. Mainly, and really, they're not listening. They don't put it. Salakia, like I'm trying to. What I'm trying to say is that, yeah, they're basically, yeah, and they don't say that they target the the men of the Lord on here, but yeah, they we're the number one target. Basically they target, we're the number one opposition. All these groups is opposition groups, basically, or some of them are. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna use it to target the opposition, basically. Animal and environmental rights activists and other groups have so-called unpopular or controversial beliefs, like the Hebrew Israelites, right? Those are Hebrew Israelites that know they're Hebrew Israelites and try to teach others. We have so-called unpopular or controversial beliefs. In the civil rights movement, the FBI investigated and monitored leaders like MLK Jr. under the guise of national security, which we know all about that. We know now that he was controlled opposition, but yeah, they watched him too. Congress created a federal definition of, because they watched him and they just watched that movement. Y'all get the point, they've always been watching people they see as a threat, and they see us as the biggest threat. Cause hey, we are the biggest threat. Cause we pushing that 100% truth of the Bible, waking up our people to who they really are, you know. And we're not stooping to this devil's level. We're not taking up arms against this devil. Hey, out of all the Hebrew Israelite camps, GMS and like-minded Akim were most dangerous to this devil, because this devil is carnal. This devil is carnal. He's not spiritual. We're spiritual. He's not. This devil would like us to get us. He's been trying to get us to get down to his level, basically, so have he can actually accuse us of being domestic terrorists and be telling the truth and not be lying. But this devil hasn't been able to. So we're actually the most dangerous to these devils, to this fucking system, right? We're the most dangerous, but not in the way that they can demonize like that. That's why they haven't been able to do it. But now they're trying to say they're basically trying to set the stage to move on us, and to shut down our channels and shit, take us off the internet by saying that we incite violence. That's what they're trying to say. So that's what Esau was trying to do the whole time. That's why he put Trump up there. That's one of the main reasons he put Trump up there, so he could have a justification to crack down on free speech and have our people back it up. Have our people cheer it on. Yeah, we can't have nobody else like Trump come up in there. We can't have nobody else. You see what Trump did? You see what Trump did? We can't have these people do the same. Basically, yeah. And that what Esau is going to try to say is that basically we're like Trump. Basically, we're like Trump because we're spreading these controversial beliefs, and we're spreading these controversial beliefs, and it's inciting people, it's causing people, it's pissing people off, and causing them to basically commit acts of violence. Because this ain't about, because Esau has never gave a damn about these lower level Edomite supremacists. Esau has never actually gave a damn about them. Like, Esau's been talking about Edomite supremacy problem for the fucking longest, and actually he ain't actually done shit about it. Because Esau believes he's superior. The elites from at the top believe the same way. They believe they're superior to Jacob and to all the other nations as well. I would say the only difference between them is that these Edomite supremacists are like basically two-time loser devils, and they're two-time loser devils, and they're against the elites because they're against the elites in the 1948ers because they fucked them out of their blessing. But yeah, they're not the main target. You know, they're not the real reason Esau is pushing these unrighteous decrees. Yeah. Let me get back into that article, which is showing that it's basically Esau is telling you, and he's telling you that it's not gonna affect these Edomite supremacists. It's gonna affect our people. Yeah. Congress created a federal definition of domestic terrorism, quote unquote, in the Patriot Act that has been used to disproportionately and unjustly target so-called black and brown people, Israelites, for surveillance, investigation, and prosecution. Mm-hmm. And who did they say that they was trying to take care of? Who did they say? Who did they say that they was trying to stop? Osama bin Laden, Al Qaeda, so radical Islam, right? Those Ishmaelites. It was supposed to be about them. Salakia. But they ended up going after Jake, which was their real purpose behind. That was the real purpose behind the Patriot Act. Yeah, the Trump administration used these same authorities to monitor people protesting police brutality and protesting the, the administration's separation of immigrant, mainly Northern Kingdom families. Federal agencies have been able to get away with these abuses because of vague, overbroad police powers. There you go. That's how Esau does it. Esau will Esau will use a vague definition of domestic terrorists. You know, he'll use a vague definition of hate crimes and hate speech. Just vague definitions of shit. Salakia. Salakia. So basically, basically he uses that he uses that so yeah, basically you're caught up in it. But he doesn't have to but he can't but you can't accuse him of targeting you. Or basically he can say that, oh no, it's just that we have to stop uh we have to stop domestic terrorism, we have to stop we have to stop right wing extremism, we have to stop these religious extremists, these evangelical Christians, which we're the real Christians, we're the Hamashiachim. We have to stop these radicals. We have to stop these we have to stop these terrorists. You know, we have to stop people inciting violence and shit with hate speech. No, we're not calling you a terrorist, but basically that they could say that. They could say that, but they are calling you a terrorist. You know, and yeah, they are though, but they can deny it. They can deny it by being overly vague. Not only is the federal definition of domestic terrorism malleable, but the FBI also eliminated safeguards to protect against abusive practices after the attacks of 9/11, false flag attacks, even claiming, we all know that now, it came out. But yeah, even claiming that it can conduct investigations with little or no suspicion of wrongdoing. They did that to set the stage. Under President Barack Obama, the Department of Justice and Homeland Security issued guidance on race, prohibiting based bias profiling generally, but permitting it in the context of national and border security. So, as long as they say it's for your safety, it's to protect you from it's for national security. It's either basically Esau justifies shit. Basically, Esau justifies shit. You know, Salaki, I'm trying to gather my thoughts together. Esau basically justifies shit using it's for national security. You know, border security is included in that, or a public safety. You know, basically, it's an emergency situation, so throw all that shit about the Bill of Rights or whatever that you thought you had. Throw all that shit out the window. You know, it don't matter. It don't matter because that's in the way. That's in the way. You know, we not fucking with that right now. That's how Esau justifies it. And then he that's how Esau justifies it that way, and then continues the emergency. Oh, we still in an emergency. We still have to move like that. You know, that's just That's just more of Satan's devices and unrighteous decrees. That's how. Well, that's how he passes it. Hey, he frameth mischief by law. These vast powers are exacerbate. Hold on. Let me get that. He frameth mischief by law. Psalms 94 and 20. Psalm 94 and 20. Hold on. Yeah. Psalm 94 and 20. I got a little lost, but I found it. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? That's exactly what they do. These unrighteous decrees target shoot at the poor secretly. Verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Yep. That's what they do with these unrighteous decrees. That's one weapon they use. Bitter words, right? Yeah. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, and my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That's what these unrighteous decrees are. Decree basically goes into that, the word decree. I think it goes into speak it into existence or something like that. It basically goes into that. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So there you go. That's what they doing here. Let me go back into this article. Okay, hold on. These vast powers are exacerbated by structural racism, so basically Edomite supremacy. Since this nation's founding and its enslavement of so-called black people, Judites, and Southern Kingdom, through today, law enforcement agencies have viewed so-called black people, Judah, and brown people, Israel, 10 tribes, Northern Kingdom, as security threats. The result is a system that violates constitutional rights from due process and equal protection of freedom of speech and associates, including protests. It also criminalizes communities of color, again, talking about Israelites, to devastating consequence. As we look for ways to address, so basically what they're telling you is, we're saying it's to prevent Edomite supremacist terrorism, but we're actually targeting you. We're actually targeting you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds, you Israelites. We're actually targeting you Jakes. Specifically, they're targeting the men of the Lord. Because the 2/3, like I brought out in my last live, 2/3 are just low hanging fruit, like easy picking. What they really what they really want is the fruit that's all the way at the top, the elect, the fruit that they can't reach. They trying to get. Yeah. As we look for ways to address so-called white Edomite supremacist violence effectively, basically they're saying they're trying to take care of that problem when they are the Edomite supremacists. It is critical to end these harms and focus on protecting so-called black Israelite from the Southern Kingdom and brown Israelite from the Northern Kingdom people. Biden and Congress must shift from enhancing law enforcement power, investigation, surveillance, and prosecution. That begins by evaluating how agencies have used the resources and holding them accountable for failing to focus on Edomite supremacist violence. But they're not, though. They're not going to do that because, hey, Joe Blow was the same. Hey, Joe Blow was the same devil that pushed the 1994 bill, 1994 crime bill. That's the same devil. That's the same devil behind that bill, and y'all are expecting them to push that. Y'all are expecting him to fix the very system that he helped create. Like, hey, y'all expecting you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 of y'all are expecting an Edomite supremacist, a known Edomite supremacist, Joe Blow, to stop Edomite supremacy. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. He's just gonna use this law to target our people, specifically the elect. And that's why you don't trust your enemy. That's exactly why. You know? Because he's always plotting. This devil is always looking for new ways to trap our people up. He's always setting snares. That's what you come to find out about this devil. Yeah, they always set snares. That's actually a precept. As him that set his snares. Let me get that. Oh no, that's talking about it's talking about 2/3. Talking about wicked niggas. They ain't talking about Esau. But they are they're their father. They are of their father the devil. But yeah. Ezekiel 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So this devil, Joe Blow, y'all think he's on your side now. But we don't trust our enemy. We don't trust these damn devils. Because we know that they're the devil. We know, just like, snake is a snake. A snake is gonna do snake shit. So, Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, he's gonna do. He's the damn devil. He's the wicked. He's gonna be the wicked. He's gonna be the devil. We can see that. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear. But you 2/3, you always thinking that this devil's gonna change. Oh, there's a chance. You always think that he's gonna change his ways. He's gonna be righteous. Not so. Verse 11, it's not in him to be righteous. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him. and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and shall know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. This devil is always gonna have that hatred towards you tribes, especially to the house of David, especially to the house of David. The Esau has disdain for you 2/3, like, because you're Israelites. He 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 both he hates the house of David, like hates the house of David even more, and fears the house of David, because we're not your average nigga out there that's just bugged out of his mind and chasing that bag, and hold on, chasing the bag in the chasing the basically worldly riches. Basically, we're not like that. Like killing his own brother over worldly riches and shit. Calling himself black, Latino, native, or or any other byword that our people are called, wherever they've been scattered to, and doing witchcraft, doing drugs and selling that shit to his people and shit. We're not the average nigga that does. We're not the average nigga that 2/3 of Israel. The average 2/3 that only cares about the riches of this world. That's temporary and is gonna pass away. So we're even more of a threat. You 2/3. Esau hates y'all, but he also don't respect y'all. He actually looks at y'all with disgust. But with us, he actually fears us, which is why he watches us all the time. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him seek at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember our words and be pricked therewith. And we you 2/3, you let him sit by you. You let him sit by you. Actually invite him to sit by you, and get surprised when you stand up in your place. You actually let this devil sit at your right hand and shit. It's like, yeah, y'all basically. That's why y'all are basically low hanging fruit. So like, because you don't have that wisdom. Because it's not given unto the Most High Yahweh. He gave it. The Most High Yahweh gave it to his elect, to a specific amount of people, to the elect 144K and the 1/3. And it's also why the hopeful elect are a threat, because wisdom A wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Isaiah 33:6. Yeah, wisdom. Yeah. Verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. It's very valuable. Hold on. Let me get that one. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. That's Psalm 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. That's what they've been doing, and you can expect more of that. You can expect that shit to be ramped up with this new law. Like the elder put it, you can expect them to you can expect people to follow you home and shit after camp. That's that persecution that's coming. Spoken of in Revelation 12 and 17, but also in the book of Matthew chapter 10. Yeah, Matthew chapter 10 speaks of it. Matthew 10 and 17, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Verse 18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Verse 19, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak, for it shall be given to you in that same hour what you shall speak. Verse 20, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Verse 21, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Verse 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endures to the end shall be saved. Yeah, ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Why? Because we're going to be called terrorists. They're gonna make us look like worse than ISIS. Hey, worse than the Klan, right? But they're gonna make us look like the new Klan, basically, and worse than ISIS. Even though the Klan has killed like thousands of Jakes, they're gonna make us look way worse in the news and shit. Verse 23. But when they persecute you in this city, flee you into another. He's actually giving you instructions too on how to handle it, because it's coming. We're gonna have to deal with persecution. It's a part of this walk. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not go on over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. And again, that's people before it's a place, right? So basically, we're gonna be on the move. All right. We're going to be on the move. We're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth. Now you can see it. Now you can see how that's going to happen. Verse 24, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. Verse 25, it is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? There you go. And they're already making us look like a bunch of demons. They already been doing that. Yeah. Now let me get that. Now there's more. I'm gonna go more into this chapter because it goes in. Verse 26, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. These conspiracies, these unrighteous decrees, they're being revealed for what they are. Verse 27, what I tell you in darkness, that ye speak in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Verse 28, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So don't fear these devils. Don't fear these devils, but fear the Most High Yahweh, who can really jack you up in ways that these devils can't. Verse 29, it goes even further into it. What to do when they persecute you. Verse 29, are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. Verse 30, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Verse 31, fear ye not, therefore, ye are more valued than many sparrows. Verse 32, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. Verse 33 actually. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. You can't. These devils tell you, well, they probably gonna do it too. You gotta denounce that name. You gotta denounce Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and so we know that you're not about that. That you're not a terrorist. Because even pushing that name is gonna be considered that. You know how they did with Ishmael when that Allahu Akbar shit that they would say. I wouldn't put it past these devils to do some type of false flag where they got Hebrew Israelites dressed in fringes saying Kala Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, then doing an attack and then saying Kala Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai or Brak Da Yahweh Brak Da Yahweh Shai. I wouldn't put it past these devils to do that. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they had some false flag happen. And then what? They gonna blame all the brethren. All the brethren. Hey, even you sellout camps, even y'all, because y'all are calling yourselves Hebrew Israelites. That's it right there. Even y'all being set up. Because y'all not getting the 100% truth, but you're still getting some of it. Enough for Esau to come after you. So, because you're not getting the 100% truth, you're still going off. You ain't gonna have that protection. You know, especially those of y'all who don't teach the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, or don't teach that they're important. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. Proverbs 18:10. So without that strong tower, you're not gonna be safe. The flood gonna come and gonna take you away. Well, yeah, more legislation that Esau's pushing to justify coming after the men of Yahweh Shemi El Shai to take us off the internet and off the street, which is gonna happen according to prophecy. Amos 8:11. You know, you scoffers and scorners, 2/3 are gonna wish that y'all took heed. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Which, hey, Esau, you're just being used as a tool. You know, the Most High Yahweh is actually doing these things. I will send the famine in the land. You're just a pawn, Esau. And fucking elite devils that think you run everything, you're being played. You're a fucking pawn. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. Yeah, and who's bringing that? The Most High Yahweh, you know, to judge you wicked 2/3. That's all you damn devils are, you elites especially. That's all you're being used to do, to judge our people for being wicked. You're the whipping stick. That's all. And when you don't need it no more, he's going to dispose of it. But yeah, that's all you're being used to do. Fulfill prophecy. And one of these prophecies is that the 2/3 are going to be judged in a very harsh way. You know, in these coming days, Jacob's trouble, you know, it's on its way. It's at the door. Once they bring the famine of the word, you know, it's on. Verse 13, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Verse 14, they that swear by the sin of Samaria, you know, you 2/3 what y'all was doing back then, y'all these same spirits coming back and say, Thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise up again. Your 2/3 are going to fall because you won't have this knowledge. You're going to fall because you won't have the stability. You know? Shit. Yeah. Hey, Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered their voice in the streets. Verse 21. She cried in the chief places of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city. She uttered her words, saying. Verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in the scorning, and fools hate knowledge? You know, so that's what the men of the Lord have been doing since the late 60s, starting with Abba Bivens, you know, who was Elijah, like, yeah, starting with him, you know, starting with him, you know, all the way till January 2021, all the way to now. It's a long time. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. We've been doing that. But verse 24, though, like, you didn't want no parts. Verse 24, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. You know, y'all just walk by like, meh, whatever. Y'all always been saying that. Y'all always been saying that the end times are here. You know, scoffers and scorners, right? Yeah, ye refused. I stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Yep. Y'all, like I said, y'all just walk by, you know, a lot and scoff as well. Either in front of us or, when you get back to your crib, you scoff. Or wherever you're going, you scoff. Have you seen those dudes in the corner wearing tablecloths and and preaching about the end of the world and the Israelites and yelling, just scoffing, saying, hey, we know that y'all scoff, because y'all scoff on the comment boards too. Verse 25, but ye have said it not in all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Ye refuse to listen. When the Most High Yahweh told you, it's like, okay, what Most High Yahweh been doing through his men is it's getting dark out. Or there's a storm coming, could use that too. There's a storm coming, and Most High Yahweh was like, your father coming outside telling you, get in, there's a storm coming, and y'all refuse. Y'all just, nah, we good, we chilling, get in, there's a storm coming, dinner, and I got dinner for you, dinner's ready. Nah, we good, we'll get some Mickey D's, we'll walk to Mickey D's and we'll get a Travis Scott meal with bacon and shit in it. Bacon and mystery meat. We'll go to shit, we'll go to we'll go to fucking QT. We'll go to fucking Circle K. We'll buy some shit, some junk food from there. We'll buy some shit from there. No, we ain't gonna come in. We ain't gonna come in. And then mocking like ain't no storm coming. What you talking about? You've been saying there's a storm coming for the longest. When it's the Most High Yahweh, man, 1,000 years is as a day, right? So hey, it has been several days, but we're talking about this time period. You know, when the Most High Yahweh started to send his prophets out, it was in the 60s and 70s. So that's like about 50 years. So that would be that's not even no, that wouldn't even be less than an hour. Be less than an hour, but y'all are saying that y'all been saying that for the longest. And then hey, and so it's like that. And then when the like he's been sending your big brothers to go warn you and shit, and you ain't been listening. And then now the storm is about to actually hit. You know, actually, how you can look at it, the it's already raining, and y'all gonna be caught out there in that storm. You know, it's about to get real bad. About to start hailing and shit. About to be, it's gonna be a real bad storm. The worst storm. The worst shit storm that y'all gonna go through. Jacob's trouble is gonna make the time when Esau, the so-called white man, was actually showing his horns and lynching you Jakes. The time when he had you on hardcore slavery. The time when he was openly slaughtering you Native Americans, tribe of God. The time when he came over here as a conquistadors and was slaughtering you northern tribes, you so-called Latinos and you natives. All those times, hey, the time when he was taking these devils were taking down our people in the southern kingdom, so-called black people that was ruling Europe, when he was taking them down and genociding them and selling them as slaves. All those time periods, 70 AD, the Maccabees era, all those time periods, they ain't gonna be shit compared to the times that are coming. They're basically gonna be like a walk in the park on a walk in the park in a nice sunny a nice sunny breezy fall afternoon. A cakewalk in the park at that. It's gonna be like that compared to what's coming. Jacob's trouble, a time like no other. Well, what is it? Hey, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. That's the time. That's why the Most High Yahweh been having us warn y'all, so y'all have no excuse. Oh, Khan. Jeremiah 30, verse 4, and these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Verse 5, for thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling of fear and not of peace. Verse 6, ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. He is talking about the elect. Yeah. You 2/3 are really gonna go through it. Y'all are really gonna catch hell. This is the most hell that y'all are ever gonna catch. That the most hell that is possible that an Israelite is ever gonna catch. The most hell, like the highest intensity. Y'all are gonna yo, the times that are coming, it's just gonna be y'all are just gonna be asked out here for real. But what is the Most High Yahweh gonna do? Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And you better believe so are his men. Like so are his men, because we're all like minded. You 2/3, y'all been scoffing at the truth for the longest, scoffing at these prophecies for the longest, saying they ain't gonna happen. So when they happen, hey, we gonna clown. We gonna clown because the Most High Yahweh tell us not pray not for these people. We gonna clown on y'all because it's gonna be bad times for you 2/3, but y'all actually deserve it. Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, it's gonna be, right now we in the calm before the storm, but it's about to get bad out here. We've been in the calm before the storm, like Trump put it, right? Because that devil knew what was coming. But now the storm is about to hit. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yeah, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yo, the time period of Donald Trump being up there, that was like, you could think of it as like the trumpet being sounded. The last trumpet being sounded. Symbolically it represented that. Because now with Biden, adding to the New World Order agenda, now you see this devil is moving swiftly. Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. Yeah. All this time, with none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Yep. Just despised it. Just y'all despise the men of the Lord. And y'all despise us and clown on us. So guess what the Most High Yahweh and his men are gonna do to y'all? We're gonna clown on y'all when this devil roll on y'all. When this devil roll on us, Yahweh desire be that number, that standard gonna be raised. That's the difference. Verse 30, they were none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Verse 31, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Verse 33, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet for fear of evil. Yeah. Whoso hearkeneth unto me, that's the elect. And when these devils roll, and you 2/3 are going to be taken away by that flood, but the elect are going to be preserved. The elect are going to be safe. That's Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. Verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and to them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh. So when this devil makes his move, when you fucking devils make your move, you're gonna run into a vibranium wall, the elect 144K men with spiritual powers. Hey, 144K, 144,000 simian totals. That's what y'all gonna run into. And those of y'all that haven't heard about simian total, hey, look it up. Look it up. They couldn't kill him. And he told those devils, there's more of me coming, and you're not going to be able to stop them. Yeah, you can't stop the elect. The devils can't stop the elect. The house of David. Hey, after Amos 8:11 come Amos 9:11. Let me get it. Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I'll raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth this. Yep. The tabernacle of David is going to be raised up as in the days of old. How is it raised up in the days of old? The house of David was starting off with David himself was getting busy on you heathens and devils. And that's coming again, except this time the house of David gonna need spiritual powers. And the Most High Yahweh, he's gonna provide that to his elect, that he's chosen to have that. Because the times are coming, he's gonna provide the elect with the tools necessary to fight off, to basically fuck you devils up. Verse 13, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. The plowman, Jacob, shall overtake the reaper. Those you devils have been reaping the benefits of our labor for the longest. And the treader of grapes, him that sows seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. This is going to happen. Just because you bring about Amos 8:11 doesn't mean that you won't stop Amos 9:11. Hey, that prophecy is going to be fulfilled. You move on his elect. You move on the 2/3, you're going to be able to take them out. When you move on the elect, that's when you're going to have problems. And you devils are going to we know you're going to do it, because the Most High Yahweh harden in your heart like Pharaoh. Romans 9:12, I'm going to read on down. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, speaking of Esau and Jacob. Verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid, after talking about Esau, Edom, the man of sin, the wicked. Verse 15, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Verse 16, so then is not him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showed mercy. Verse 17, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So, the devils are being compared to Pharaoh, and y'all are the Egyptians of today. America is also is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, and it makes sense. Verse 18, therefore had thee mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he harden it. Verse 19, thou wilt say then unto me, why did he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Why these devils still in power, basically. The Most High Yahweh runs things. Why, basically, how people say, what people say, like, why is so much evil? Why are these devils ruling, basically? Why is the world the way it is? If there's a power, that's what they say. Verse 20, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Verse 21, has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel into honor and another into dishonor? That vessel into dishonor being Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. And the vessel of honor, of course, is Jacob. Verse 21, what if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Verse 23, that he might, made for destruction. And two devils are created for that very purpose. To destroy, then be destroyed. Made for destruction. Verse 23, getting down to the point, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, whom he had afore prepared unto glory. Yeah. Which that's speaking of Jacob, Yasharallah. Both of the circumcision and the uncircumcision. That's all Yasharallah. Rest on all Israelites, even us whom he had called not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, Israelites that had that Gentile state of mind. On this side, all of our people had that Gentile state of mind. Well, back then, it was certain groups of people that had it, like the Hellenized Jews. They had that Gentile state of mind. Yeah, Yasharallah, the vessels of mercy. And the vessels of wrath, vessels meant for wrath, you Edomites. Y'all are like Pharaoh. Y'all's heart is being hardened so that y'all can be destroyed, and people will know why. The world will know why y'all being destroyed. That's why the world will know, the world actually will, the world itself will actually be, the earth itself even will actually be happy. Well, let me bring it out. Isaiah 14 and 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth. Verse 6, he who smote the people in continual wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Yep. None hindereth, because they're all going to be glad to see you go down. You devils have oppressed everybody, especially Yasharallah, but have oppressed everybody because you're greedy as fuck, and also to look for Israelites scattered, in order to oppress Israelites scattered in among all the nations. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and quiet, they break forth into singing. Verse 8, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. The actual trees are gonna rejoice at you devils, because you cut them down. Everybody's gonna rejoice at you devils. Everybody is, Hold on, Akim. Let me be back. Shalom, shalom, I'm back. All right, but yeah, you fucking devils are still going down. You know, the whole earth is gonna rejoice at y'all's downfall. The whole earth. Everything that you're doing right now is prophesied, you know, and you're also prophesied to go down. And you devils fucking know it, but you're proud. You're proud as fuck. You know, you're proud as hell. You know it. You know that you're gonna go down. You know that you're through. But you know, of course, you're fighting. You devils think you're gonna win. You think you still have that thought in your mind. You know, mm, what if there's a chance type shit. So there's a chance. Hey, there's a chance type shit. You know, like that Edomite dude, the Edomite looking, the Edomite from the meme. You know, talking about So there's a chance, right? You know, y'all like that about getting the blessing back. So there's a chance. Just they ain't none, man. There's no chance of you getting the blessing back. No chance. That's basically what this new world order is about. Oh, we're getting the blessing back through carnal means. You think that you could go around prophecy and get the blessing by shutting us down and all that, by pushing your new world order, which involves a genocide of our people. You believe you could achieve it through carnal means. Just like Cain. You believe you can do that. But it ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out. You devils are gonna find out that you're gonna find out that just hey, and just watch. Hey, you. That's why you ain't rolling on it. You ain't rolling on this right now because you're worried about that. You devils are worried about that, but at the same time, you're proud as fuck, and that pride is gonna lead to your destruction. I'll wrap it up soon. All right, I hope this live was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite fawners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. A shalom to all of y'all. Shout out to all the elect, all the Bayat Dawada out there. Shout out to all of y'all. You know, stay strong. The times that are coming is gonna be tough. It's gonna be yeah. It's gonna be hey the storm is coming, right? We gotta trust the Most High how it got us. We gotta trust that this is the truth for real. It was coming. The times are coming. It's gonna test if you really believe in this thing. It's gonna test if you really believe this thing. You know. and that's Romans 13. Well, Revelation's like it. Revelation. I could also get Ezra's. Second Ezra's. Hold on. Let me just get Revelation. Revelation. Oh, Shalom, Agyal Bashim Yao Shai Brakata. I just was about to wrap up. Revelation 2 and Revelation 3. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Kala Yalba Shim Yao Shai, 1 hour 44 minutes. Hey, it was 44 seconds when I said that too. Kala Yalba Shim Yao Shai. All praises. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Verse 20, Salakia, verse 12, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, in the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. So yeah, it's a great reward for withstanding this hour of temptation, this trial, the final test of your faith. This is going to prove if you really believe in this. Oh yeah, Khan. I heard about those faggots. I heard about that. They bombed the church and shit. I heard about that. Hey, you know how they do, like, they don't want you talking down on them and shit. They don't want you criticizing their so-called lifestyle, or really a death style. But I will say this: Esau is gonna try to play both sides against each other. So you'll have that, and then you'll have some hate crime against the Sodomites happening. Some pushback. That's Esau always does that. You'll have some faggots getting fucked up. Con. Hey, you wanna? I'll wrap it up soon, so it'll be mainly backstage and shit. I mean, mainly backstage. But I was going into Biden's the new domestic terrorism act that Biden is pushing. He's really adding to the agenda of the New World Order. Joe Blow. And this is who you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. A lot of y'all, not all of y'all, but it was a lot of y'all that wanted Joe Blow instead of Trump. Thought he would be better. And Joe Blow is about to show you that he ain't shit. Hey, Joe Blow is about to show you that he's the damn devil. These devils about to show their horns in a major way. Shalom, Mark. Shalom. The fuck? Guess so. Yeah, the technology fucking up. It happens. Technology fucking up, huh?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear what I'm saying now?
Yo, walk.
Con, can you hear me?
Hmm, that's weird.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
It's strange. Can you hear me, Hawk?
Yeah, I
Fuck.
hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
Hold on.
Con.
Strange. Can you hear me, Hawk? Con.
Yeah, I hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. Con.
Oh, I can't hear nothing you saying,
Can you
man.
hear me, Hawk?
Con.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird.
Something going on?
That's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Should be able to hear you. Got your microphone on, Hawk?
Yeah. Can you hear? You can't hear me?
Fuck. Nah. Audio.
Whoa! What the fuck? Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Mike.
Huh? Yeah, there's some type of strange background noise, bro. Damn, nigga, what the fuck?
Now, what the fuck? My phone is fucking up.
Did you hear all that shit? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I got my headphones in. My audio's speakers are fucked up.
Yeah. There was some fucked up shit. Shit hurt my ears.
Yeah, yeah, Con. The speakers are fucked up, and yeah, speakers are fucked up, and my phone is fucked up.
Esau's
It's
fucking
doing all.
technology sucks.
It's trash. It's
Yeah.
absolute garbage.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's this fucking devil has to go.
It doesn't make sense to me how these people sit around every single day, live their mediocre lives, and they're just fucking fine with it. Like
Yeah,
they think this is living. They think
yeah.
this is.
Well, it's about to get a lot worse for them with Biden's moving.
Yeah.
This devil ain't waiting.
But life should be bad, bro. Well, what's with these people trying to shelter themselves from evil all the time? And then when it shows up, it fucks their whole shit up because they're not used to it. Because they run from it instead of facing it. They hide
Yeah,
under
God.
systems and societies.
Well, they take counsel, but not of me. Talking about our 2/3 of our people
Yeah,
and covering, but not of not of not of my spirit. They trust in Egypt.
for what?
Isaiah 30:1. Let me bring it out. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You know, that's these 2/3 niggas out here in these eaves.
Con. Well, what were you
Yeah,
saying about the church bombing? That was a fag church. Was it a gay church
no,
or something?
a faggots bombed it.
Oh, faggots are blowing
Yeah.
shit up now. Oh,
Yep.
okay. I mean, liberals are fucking terrorists, bro. Fucking liberals are terrorists, dude.
Yeah, Esau's the real terrorist of the world, but they call us terrorists.
Yeah. Even the fucking candy sucks, bro. The candy in this fucking place sucks.
Everything sucks here,
I
but
got
two
a
thirds
fucking blood
two
pop.
thirds love it here. Two thirds
Yeah.
love it here, and 2/3 trust in oppression. Verse 2: That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You know, they instead of asking the Most High Yahweh to deliver them, they ask Esau. They ask Joe Blow to deliver them. Like that's stupid as fuck. Because Joe Blow
Yeah, some
was
fucking devil.
instrumental. He was a complete devil. You could see it too, and he was instrumental in designing this system that traps you niggas up.
That's fucking off.
That devil Joe Blow. He was behind He was behind the 1994 crime bill. That fucking devil.
Con.
And
Stop
this
him.
is the same.
He's the
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
called
What's
black
up?
people and Mexicans super predators. So he used to
He
speak.
called him what?
He called
Oh,
black
super
people and
predator.
Mexicans super predators.
Con.
When he's the fucking predator, he's an actual pedophile. Like, dude.
Yeah, con. Con. He's a sexual predator. Shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about. I wouldn't even think about fucking a child. Like,
That's nasty.
yeah,
That's a
yeah, it is.
abomination.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's Biden. Biden is goes is obvious pedophile. Actually, Biden is an obvious pedophile,
Well, he's
and
bro. He's out, dude. He's out of the closet. He's not hiding it. He just
yeah,
doesn't
it's
say
obvious.
pedophile.
Yeah,
He talks about how much he likes children. I like them, dude. I like them to sit on my lap all the time.
yeah,
While I sit in the pool, while I sit in the swimming pool, and they caress my leg hair.
yeah. This
Like,
fucking devil, man.
dude, that's
This
super
weird
gay,
ass
bro.
devil.
Super gay.
God, this fucking devil. Everybody, but they demonize you for calling him a pedophile.
Right? Right?
It's obvious that he is one. He's a chomo in the White House. That's what he is. And he's also an obvious racist. He
You know
obviously
what?
hates you so-called
Conservative.
black people and Latinos. What?
A racist conservative makes more sense than a racist liberal, because a racist liberal bases their prejudiceness up all off fucking emotion. A conservative have their prejudices, but then they'll be like, well, this is the reason I don't do this. Reason one, reason two, reason three, reason four, reason five, reason six, reason seven, and it actually adds up. Liberals are fucking destroying the world, man. Shit. They should have stopped
Well,
like 20 years ago. They
racist
stopped.
Edomites that are so-called liberal pretend to be your friend, but they're not.
Yeah, the snakes on the grass.
Yeah, Edomites that are more that are right wingers, they're more likely to be to tell you that they hate you.
Come,
They're more likely to call you a nigga and shit.
nigger, you damn
Yep,
nigger.
they're like that. They're more likely to do that. They're proud. They're too proud to pretend to be
Yeah,
your
they are
friend.
fucking proud. We own you niggers.
Yep, those are those devils. Those are the Trump supporters. Then you have Biden and them that pretend to be your friend.
That's what it's gonna be like. And when they're in the kingdom of heaven, bro, they're gonna be like, how the fuck am I a slave to a goddamn nigger? And before he can even finish what he's whispering, he's gonna get fucking struck on his head with a golden scepter. Just fucking crack. Split his
Yeah.
noggin open.
Let me,
Crack.
yeah, Con, be like, bitch, that's how.
Right?
Hey, Con, yeah, you devils think that bringing about the famine of the word and persecuting the men of Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna stop all that. It's gonna
Yo,
stop your downfall. It
when we
ain't gonna
start
stop
flying,
shit.
bro, when we start flying, shit.
Hey,
Even
the
like
standard is gonna be raised.
even in the kingdom of heaven, bro, the Edomites are gonna be beating up on each other. They're doing it here and they're gonna be doing it there. They're doing it in their own kingdom already. It's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
Con. Because Esau is also coming at his own with this law, but that's just because his own people is in his way.
He's such an ass.
Esau is going to run them over to get to us.
Kind. Yeah.
They always do this shit. They always talk about we're trying to stop Edomites, so-called white supremacists and shit, or we're trying to stop terrorists, but then they end up coming
Yeah,
after you,
Esau's gonna be going
Jake.
so hard, bro. Jacob's trouble's gonna only be like a matter of months. That's how hard Esau.
He's just gonna go full Cain mode,
Yeah.
just kind of go. Completely ape shit.
Berserker. You like Berserker Kane. Like just
Berserker King, yup.
Berserker.
Complete ape shit.
Foaming foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, like that. Rabid.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
oh, God.
these devils are ready. These devils are ready to get to whip that sword out. They're ready to use that sword on you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled
Hey
birds.
man, listen to this. So in Japan, this happened all the way back in 2014 or
What's up? What is
2017.
it?
Robots. 4 robots killed 27 Japanese scientists.
Yeah,
Right?
they have them. They have these robots. They
No, no,
have these.
no, 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 no. Listen to
What are
this.
you trying to say, Ak?
Listen to this. One of them was taken apart. Two of them was just yanked apart, destroyed. The third one was destroyed, taken apart, and but it was left in pieces, right? The hard drive or whatever the holds the signal connected to one of the satellites and started looking for information on how to build itself. And I'm like, oh, fuck that.
Well, Esau designed these robots to go after us. These term
Yeah,
these Terminator robots that they are. He
yeah.
designed
These
them to
robots,
go after
bro.
us.
He's got robots that know how to repair themselves.
Yeah, he got
Like,
technology
nah,
that you don't tell us about,
yeah.
weapons and shit that he's hiding and he's gonna unleash during Jacob's trouble.
Let's just fucking back. We're gonna take all that shit and make a toy out of it. 'Cause that shit sounds fun. Send your killer robots after me.
God, fuck. Esau is gonna label Esau setting the stage right now. Labels domestic terrorists.
I would like,
That's what
I
he's
would
gonna
like,
do.
I would like to lose my temper and know that there's
When
not
they,
gonna
they
be
roll
anyone
on.
in the future
Hey,
that can do
hey,
it.
Kyle, when they roll on the elect,
Yeah,
Yaharatazar, we be that number. We always gotta be like that. And when they roll, the standard gonna be raised. And the elect, the hopeful elect men out here, we have a lot of anger that's pinned up towards this place and towards you
we
damn
don't even know
devils.
how much. We don't even know how much anger we have, bro. Like,
No, we don't even know. That's how much it is. Only the Most High Yahweh knows.
it makes you tick. It just, uh, it gives you ticks, man.
It's
So much,
so much. It
so
needs
much
to be
rage that it
released.
gives you ticks. So much rage that you have to ignore it, otherwise you'd become a murderer.
Yup. God. Otherwise, you would be doing some unwise shit out here.
Yeah,
You'd just be jacking up random Edomites.
yeah. Like, fuck these Edomites, man.
If we didn't hold it down, if we wasn't wise as serpent,
Can't
harmless
conquer
as
these
dove,
bitches, man. Shit.
we would actually be. We would be the loose cannons that you plain us to be.
Hey,
But you devils, once you roll, what's up?
during Jacob's trouble, we're gonna be like that.
Yeah, because they're gonna roll on the men of the Lord. So that standard is gonna be raised. House of David. House of David coming back.
I hope Esau keeps that fucking nigger hating spirit in the kingdom.
So we
I
can
hope,
fuck them up every day.
yeah, bro. Like,
Every time.
I
Every
want that
minute.
motherfucker
Every
to
second.
stare at me like fucking nigger. Only if, only if. But that's not gonna happen because I'm gonna be reading minds.
God. Yep.
And
Hey,
you know what?
you
You know
devils are
what?
going down all the way.
I'll give my the Edomite slaves the ability to read each other's minds. compulsively. They won't have control of this power. So when someone thinks a dirty thought, that another one will know immediately who it is, and they'll just get the ass beat for it. Get the fuck out of my head!
Kind. Hey, I'm gonna wrap it up. All right,
Con,
I hope this live was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Shemi Al Shai, double honors to the apostles, and elders of great millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh, Shemi Al Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. You know, stay strong. The time that's coming is going to be tough, but endure to the end, and the same shall be saved. You know, you're going to see the destruction of this place as you're being saved, watching from a chariot. You know, it's all worth it in the end, but you got to make it to the end. You know, just if you
con,
elect, you're going to make it to the end. Endure,
con,
and you're going to endure. You know, this will show whether times that are coming will show whether you the elect or not. That is the test, all the way till the missiles hit.
They
All
say
right,
it's a test,
so
but it's all predestined.
it's all predestined, but y'all will find out. Most High
Yeah,
Yahweh already knows, and
yeah.
Yahweh knows who's his elect. But y'all will find out.
I sure would
We will
like to.
find out. All right, so with that, Shalom, stay strong, and Yasharallah forever.
Con,
Hey,
con.
Yasharallah forever, Ak.
Yeah, yeah. Lost Yasha Allah forever.
Yasharallah forever.